Bit of zone 2 tax.
Zone 2 tax. Their performances are based on my information.
I've basically got a really important question about people with lower heart rates.
Yep. What's it basing it off?
I've no idea.
Okay. There's two questions in one, really.
Okay.
Like,
do I have to pay extra?
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah.
Interesting. I get into zone 4 if I'm just having a bad day.
I would put my lower heart rate athletes in a little pot.
So the myth I've got in my head is that lower heart rate, you're better.
One day it shot up to 70. You're like, oh, great. Not so great.
I'll take it off.
Twiddle your thumbs.
Take
it off. Take it off. Take it off.
It's going in the bin. I got asked a really interesting question this week. It was basically, we've mentioned in other podcasts about the physiological differences between male and female.
Yep.
My observation, which is likely to be wrong, by the way,
no,
my observation about heart rate is it tends to be higher in women. And I mean, what I mean is the max heart rate that I see for some female athletes that I know tends to be a bit higher.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Okay, because the question basically was, is there a noticeable difference between male and female? And does that affect what a good heart rate is for males and females?
Yeah, no, I'd agree. Does it? Yeah, I mean, it's got to. Has to change.
Because if you've got a max of, say, 210, I don't know, you're clearly going to have a different zone 2 to me, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
How is somebody going to go and calculate that?
I say the same calculation.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I feel like the objective is still the same. You need to know their objective, but realistically, you still need to keep them on the lower end. Like, so if I was to say run at 145, I mean, how many times do you actually run at 145? It's very rare, isn't it? Like, within reason, there's always a few beats up or down. So
the
for a
average
female,
might be 144 or 5, yeah?
Yeah, so a female, I'll probably say, let's keep it between 145, 50.
Yeah.
So then, instantly, someone goes, well, that's 52, really, isn't it? Do you get what I mean?
We call it zone 2 tax. That.
Yeah.
It's a bit of zone 2 tax.
Zone 2 tax. Like Strava, we just add a few beats on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and it is completely individualised. You have to remember this. Like, yes, there are generic heart rate zones. Like, this is good to stay here. But that's because we want you fresh for these sessions. So don't go above this. So you can be great for this.
Okay.
But then that is individual. Because someone might feel absolutely fine at 145 heart rate. Someone might need to be 135 heart rate for the top of their zone 2. Because their max heart rate is only 170.
Which is relative. It's all relative.
It's all relative. This is the thing. You've got to remember, it's all relative.
Okay.
Like, it's all relative to the individual and their maximal heart rate. But even maximal heart rate doesn't mean we have to work within the zones recommended by the algorithm.
Unless it's you done. Unless it's your recommended zone.
Yeah. Because it's my athletes. It's on me. Like, it's on me. Like, their performances are based on my information.
So in your group, then, if you got, and you don't have to name anyone here, by the way, but you've got people that's heart rate for zone 2 could be 135, and some people it could be 152.
Yeah, I would say there's probably 20 beats
in it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. It's
Which is a lot, isn't it?
Massive.
Huge amount.
Any going spare? Can I have some?
Yeah. Can you borrow a few beats just to stay in it?
I would love to.
Yeah. Yeah. No, massive amounts. Yeah, and lower. Some are lower.
Because I think when I started out on the Garmin and the Aura, they both say 134 for me. Something like that for zone 2.
Yeah. And
that's a brisk walk up a hill, I would say.
What's it basing it off?
I've no idea.
Okay.
Probably height, weight, age.
Yeah, just like a generic zone. Is that zone 2 or is that endurance? Was it endurance zone?
So on the Aura, which I checked this morning, it was 134 for zone 2, but it had a zone 0, if you remember.
So like that's basically anything under zone 1 though, isn't it?
Zone 0?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
It's just, they just start at 0. Basically, it's what, like 0 to 100 or something, and then 100 to like
134.
Yeah, 134. Yeah. So basically, it's anything in your day-to-day life. You're resting. Resting is zone 0.
Got it.
So we haven't really touched upon resting heart rate. I don't know if...
I do want to talk about that.
Yeah.
I've basically got a really important question about people with lower heart rates.
Yep.
And then we'll segue then into resting.
Yeah.
And maybe a bit of HRV.
Yeah.
I think they're all things that people will probably have experienced and not necessarily fully understand.
Yeah, fair.
This podcast is brought to you by A1 Physique. Now, all throughout these episodes, you'll hear Coach Dan and myself talk about the importance of recovery for your training. Nothing better than collagen for instant recovery from really intense workouts. Ligaments, tendons need repair. And by encompassing this in a morning daily coffee, it becomes the easiest supplement to add into your daily routine. Available from our website, free shipping, and each cup is giving you 21 grams of that nourishing collagen protein coffee, perfect for athlete recovery, and endorsed by Coach Dan himself. So a question that was submitted by somebody who knows us both, Ed.
Yeah.
Question about extremely low or sort of noticeably lower heart rate.
Yeah.
So struggles to get out of zone 3, rarely ever in zone 4.
Okay.
Is this like a conditioning thing, a genetic thing? So
yeah, that's two different questions. That's two questions in one, really.
Okay.
Like,
do I have to pay extra?
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, they need 2 questions submitted. So if you can't get into the higher zones, that's conditioning.
Okay.
So you're effectively not. You're not powerful enough to do it.
Oh, it's a burn.
Yeah, you know.
I would say Ed's quite a fit and strong athlete.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So it surprises me that he wouldn't be able to.
Could it be, as a hypothesis, that he's just got a lower range? So it starts and ends lower.
So he could be in zone 4.
But his zone 4 could be 160.
Yeah.
Or was 150 or even. Or
150 to 160 or something like that. Yeah, he could have a lower, but then that depends on where his zones are.
Because his zone 2 then would be like 100.
Now, truthfully, if people can't get like higher zones, weirdly, I did a time trial last night and there was a gentleman and he was like, I'm struggling to actually get this. And he's basically like, I'm fatigued all the time. And he's not someone who overtrains or anything. And I said, it's probably down to your iron levels. And if you've got low something, could be iron, vitamin D, vitamin B, anything that's like a linchpin in the whole like chemical makeup, which I don't think people talk about enough. Like, I'm not trying to stress on supplements and I'm not trying to say you can't do anything if you've not got this. But if there's something amiss,
if your basic biomarkers are off,
then you're going to be struggling.
Yeah.
So he can't get himself into those zones 4 and 5. He's lacking power.
Interesting. I get into zone 4 if I'm just having a bad day. Yeah, so I find that really odd.
Yeah, but that's a tool. That's a useful tool. You to me, when you talk to me about it, you talk about it as a bad thing.
Yeah, I do.
And I'm like, that's a good thing. Like, if I had your speed, I'd be much better.
Wow. Okay.
My English is terrible today. I'd be much better. I would be way faster than I am.
Okay.
Yeah. So effectively, having the ability to break into those higher zones is, as clearly as we've just known, is a good thing. Now, like you said, for him, because he's quite young.
Ed's young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're right. He's either really fatigued, he's really lacking something, which I don't think, because he's done high roxes, I believe, and stuff.
Really good times.
I imagine he's sweating his. Well, I'm not going to sweating in those.
He's sweating in those moments. Yeah.
Which technically means if you are like really out of breath and really working hard, which I imagine you are in a high rock.
There's a famous picture of Ed at the finish line of High Rocks. Okay, he looks like he's in a state.
Yeah.
Not in the US, just in a state.
Okay. Now, that to me says he's in zone 5.
I would think so.
Yeah.
And it's just perhaps that his zone 5 is in a different position on that heart rate chart.
To his maybe his Strava zone 5.
To
his runner, whatever it is.
Yeah, and to like a typical, because zone 5 typically is 170 plus, right? So his might just be 150.
Or, because I believe he might be training for an ultra.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that might be the same person. And if that's the case, he might just be really overtrained at the moment.
I think it's a lifetime issue. So the way Ed described it to me is it's a lifetime thing that he's never really got out of zone 3 consistently. Yeah, okay. And it's sort of 2 hypotheses.
You're right. It could be that, like, effectively he's either something's a bit miss, and he can't get into those zones.
But I would say performance for him is not an issue. It's just that heart rate.
Yeah, so it must just be, I would imagine you're right. He
was hoping, I think you were going to say, no, this is untapped 20 beats you can have over here. But reality is it's probably...
No, the reality is you've probably just got a low heart rate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So nothing to worry about.
No.
You got other athletes in a similar position?
Yeah, lots. Yeah.
Okay.
Who
What's your
haven't
advice
got-
to them?
We don't worry about it.
Just, yeah.
If they're working hard, they're working hard.
And you do that, you can see by the sweat and the fatigue.
Yeah, 100%. You can see by just actual physical distress that someone is in a higher zone. Yeah, I've got a lot of people who have low heart rates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It tends to come with the fitter you are, actually.
So
I would put my lower heart rate athletes in a little pot and call them like they're trained. They've got a lot of load over their years. Can you train to get a higher heart rate? Yeah, of course you can. You could just do like a lot of top end work where you just push that heart rate higher. It wouldn't go like 20 beats higher, but over time you could force your body to have more cardiac output in a different zone.
Some sprint intervals for Ed is what you've
ordered. Probably. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, literally. Try and see what you can do. But then if you're training for an ultra, then it's not ideal.
So not right now, Ed. Continue what you're doing. You're clearly a very trained athlete, but post-ultra, let's get some sprints on.
Yeah, it could be. It depends on their training. It is hard, but you're right. There's a good chance he's just he's probably more aerobic than he realises.
Yeah.
If he's always done sport in his whole life, then he's probably
steady state stuff.
He's trained.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
So he's in a good place, really.
Good.
He probably just needs to maybe shift his zones a little bit and not worry too much.
That's it. It's a recalibration exercise. Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, if I think to like an athlete I've got and he'll do some runs, let's say at like 5 minute a K, and he, as in like easy runs, probably a bit faster than that to be fair, and he's at like 117, and then but his max 5K is like 14:28.
And you think it should be faster?
No, I'm saying his heart rate's low because he's trained.
Right, I get it. Sorry.
Yeah, because he's fit. You know.
But he's going to be in zone 5, high heart rate for that.
Oh, God,
what's his heart rate on the 14:28?
Oh, it's a good question, actually. It'd be like 170 odds.
Only? I'd at least be the mid 180s to finish that.
You'd be more than that, yeah. But a 5K max, you'd be 193.
I don't believe you.
No,
I don't believe I'd get there. I'd be in A&E first. They'd be with the paramedics to get their call out.
It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. But then, that's what I mean. It'd be interesting to see what Ed's max heart rate is. Okay. It? That'd be interesting. What is your max heart rate? You know, have you ever done a maximal test?
And he can do that by...
Like a max 5K, but then it has to be fresh. Can't do it in like a 100-mile run week.
So this is all post-ultra talk?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we talked a little bit about heart rate, resting heart rate. You mentioned you wanted to talk about. So what should you know about a resting heart rate? What's good? Can I just say one myth?
Yeah.
So the myth I've got in my head is that lower heart rate, you're better, right? You're a fitter, better athlete. Broadly.
Is it a myth?
Is it a myth?
Is it a myth or not? What's your resting heart rate?
Are you really going to do that to me on air?
Like fresh in the morning, not just daily.
Somewhere between 42 and 45.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
mine's similar. Yeah, mine's similar. Yeah, but it varies. Yeah, it will vary. It'll move.
When I was ill, it was like 49.
Then you know you're ill. It's a good biomarker, isn't it? Aura ring is really good for that.
Yeah, it should preempt me that I'm
going to... It does, mate. It even flashes up a couple of days before saying you got minor signs of things.
What would Coach Dan advise if you get the aura minor signs?
Do nothing.
Sit still for 3 days.
Sit still for like 2 days at least, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, just sit still.
I'll take it off.
Twiddle your thumbs. Take it off. Take it off. Take it off.
It's going in the bin.
It's wrong. I'm right. Yeah.
Okay. So lower heart rate, resting.
Yeah, truthfully, normally means like the more aerobic you are.
More trained.
More conditioned you are. Because the caveat to that is this isn't slating anybody in the world. I'm not someone to throw shade on anyone.
You always feel like you've got to do a disclaimer.
I do a disclaimer.
I'm going to cut your disclaimers out so people just think you're nasty.
So it just says, so if you're this, you're... But if you're someone of who is detrained, who doesn't train, resting heart rate. I think if you go to the doctors, like it can go up to 160 more.
I've seen 80 for a resting heart rate, which I thought was quite high.
That's quite incredibly high. Like you're at risk with 180. With
80.
Yeah, 80. Yeah, you're at risk.
Okay.
Aren't you? If your resting heart rate is 80,
maybe.
That's high. Like, what are you doing? You need to move.
Maybe you've just got a lot of cortisol, Dan. I don't know. Maybe
it could be, yeah. But 80 is a resting heart rate. A waking resting heart rate, though.
Maybe.
Not just to sit. Nah, like, no, day to day, it goes about 20 beats. So
it's a sedentary. Okay,
yeah,
so maybe not.
Like, it's got to be first thing in the morning.
So you say mine's quite low, and
it is low,
But I'm not.
Most people who listen to this podcast would be happy with 42.
What? But if I get more aerobic, could it be in the 30s? That feels weird.
So, yeah, effectively, there's like a world record.
Yeah.
And one of the athletes that I coach was asleep in a tent, in a really cold tent, potentially last year. And he got like within a beat or two of the world record. 34,
Okay.
33,
That's
something
madness,
like that.
isn't
It's
it?
crazy. But he's a very talented athlete. Yeah,
So it does correlate.
does correlate.
So myth is not dispelled. It's true.
It's true.
It is. So it's.
There can be...
Should I get it tattooed? Like
yeah,
a
it can
resting
be...
heart rate.
There can be outliers where you are very aerobic and it is like 50. Like anything.
I suppose again, it's based on the start and end point, right?
Yeah, it is.
So Ed's might be 25.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we'll check Ed's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fittest man in the country.
We'll get you on Ed one week if you like. You can come talk about your heart rate. HRV.
Yeah.
So this is a marker that people can. So heart rate variability.
I'd say one of the most misunderstood things out there.
I'm so glad because I'm going to allow you the mic to explain. It's a biomarker that I'm starting to use.
Yep.
And I've got, from my understanding, a base range.
Yeah.
And if it's below, very bad. If it's high, possibly quite bad. That's my understanding.
Yes and no.
Do you know how I got that understanding done?
Boring.
No, the colours on the graph.
The colours, yeah.
One of them's red.
Yeah,
one of them's orange.
And one of them's green.
This is the length of my...
Green is good. Red is bad.
Red was very bad, you know.
So HRV register. So do you know what it is?
The variability in your highest and lowest heart rate?
No.
Good. So ignore me.
So you got your beats.
Yeah.
And it's the variability between your beats. So you know on the ECG machine, you see the dud,
yes.
dud. Well, it's the little bits between the dud. That's what it is.
Oh.
Yeah. It's the big bits of the beats, and then in between that there's little wiggles.
That's the variability.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah.
And so, as a biomarker, how can it be? What?
It's really big. It's just.
How can we take use of that data? Is my question.
The problem is it's getting an accurate reading.
Okay.
Now, Aura Ring are great, but like I was talking to someone who's a scientist at Worcester, and he was telling me the best place to wear your Aura Ring is your toe.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's a bit nuts, but it's true.
Size 25.
Yeah.
To get over your big toe.
But effectively, because it's on your toe, it doesn't move that much. Like if you think about what you do with your hands in your sleep, moves all the time. You put your arm behind your head and
I sleep like a baby, Dan, actually. I don't know what you mean.
Don't move like a coffin.
Yeah. So you strap your arm to your side.
Yeah, literally, just keep it there. So getting an accurate measure is the one thing. You know, let's just say you do the same thing every morning. You put your hand out there and you just get a consistent measurement. Garmin watches do it. They tend to use it as a body score, I think, don't they? They give you a body battery.
I get a battery and a readiness score.
Yeah, which is very similar. That's I believe it's based off a similar reading.
Yeah. Because
it's like, well, if your HRV's in a good place, it means you've got a lot of battery.
Yeah, there was a week ago where it said I was strained.
Yeah.
And it said stop.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So effectively, if it's low, it doesn't mean anything. It's personal to you. If it's high, again, it doesn't mean anything. It's personal to you. The key is getting your reading, having it be consistent, and then trying to increase it.
So you want to increase the variability?
You want to make it stronger.
Okay.
Over time. So in about a week, you'll have a good reading off your Aura Ring.
Yeah, because the Garmin's done it for quite a while.
Yeah.
It gives me a base range. So
okay.
Do you want me to say the
But
ring?
yours will be different
for everyone else's, right?
Yeah, it'd be completely different. So like your Aura Ring will be different to your Garmin. Just will be, because they're different companies and they're just going to give you different scores.
We'll compare.
Yeah. So effectively you want that. So in a week you'll have a base score, and then over time you want to look to try and increase it through getting more sleep, getting more training in, getting better diet, doing saunas, anything.
Why sauna?
Sauna's great for increasing your body's sort of ability. Well, effectively, it's like heat training, isn't it? You become more efficient.
Just want to point one thing out. I'm already planning to go to the sauna today, not because you said it today.
Okay.
And everyone, I do follow most of your advice, but this is my own idea.
The ideal time to go to a sauna is about, I think they say about an hour before you go to bed.
I used to make the mistake of going to the sauna after a 6 a.m. workout and then feeling really sluggish all day.
Yeah.
And I realised the science is it's a sleep enhancer, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But it's also a recovery aid. So if you were to do it after your workout in the morning, the common misconception is cold. You want to have a cold shower to just like get fresh. It stops the adaptation. So if you can have 30 minutes of sauna, it increases that adaptation.
Because that inflammation's good, isn't it, for growth?
Yeah, it is good. Yeah, really good. So the inflammation is good. The sauna will increase that a little bit. Then you have your cold shower, your cold plunge, whatever it is.
I need that just so I can not sweat in my work clothes after.
All that. Thing. Yeah. Just be efficient on the way to work.
Exactly, yeah, not melt in the car.
So HRV effectively is something you want to increase over time. Now, if you've got a high HRV already, now the problem is if you've got, let's just give us a score and say it was in the 30s, and then it was 32s, 33s, 34s, and then one day it shot up to 70. You're like, oh, great. Not so great.
It's got to gradually go up.
If it goes up instantly or goes down instantly.
So you're talking about like a body battery score, are you? Because obviously
it's kind of is.
Because the one I get here, which I think most people that have got an Apple Watch or a Garmin, it's a milliseconds thing.
Okay.
So it's a baseline of between 85 and 103.
Okay.
So if I hit in that, you see this graph?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Okay.
And if it's under that, I'm probably ill or strained and vice versa. That's basically how people are going to measure that, I think, Dan.
Yeah. Same sort of concept.
Okay.
If your HRV is level or is consistent and going up, then that's great. And that's like it would give you a same sort of reading, really.
Yeah.
Whereas if it was the HRV was high or low, it usually means you're fighting off infection or you're getting
something's out of sync, isn't
it? Your autoimmune system is being affected.
Okay.
Something is in there and it is dragging you. It's either you're fighting it off or it's got you. So be careful. Is basically
take a seat, take a pew.
Yeah. But effectively, find your score, find your baseline, and try and increase it.
Okay.
By cleaning things up.
Yeah.
Effectively.
Okay. So it's one of the better markers for you to keep your eye on.
I'd say so. So some coaches literally get their athlete to measure the HRV before they even plan their training every day.
Wow. And that's like the granular level, isn't it?
That's like elite. So Tadej Pogacar's famous when he really takes into consideration his HRV, apart from on race day.
Well, because
you he won't look at it.
The thing is, it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're not going to go,
a race.
It's a bit low, I'm going to go home. You're not going to do
I've got a race, so why would I look at it on this day?
You sort of said that last time because you said in your triathlon, it is what it is, the stats. You're going to go for that power, you're going to go for that pace. And you know what? If it isn't looking good,
I've spent 2 months working on exactly that. So
on your turbo in your shed or whatever, you know, it's just not, it's not worth the mind game that it would create for you.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
I keep getting a lot of stick at the moment as well for going.
You get a stick, Dan? I can't imagine what for, but go ahead.
You mentioned about going to the World Championships, and I've mentioned it a few times, not only in passing.
You had an opportunity to not mention it today.
Yeah, I did, and I'm kind of doing it on purpose because people keep going at myself, mentioned Nice far too many times.
Okay. Do you want to mention any more about it?
No, I don't want to mention that. The World Champs is in like 18 days.
Are you excited?
I'm nervous.
That's good though, right?
It's great, yeah.
When you're nervous, you can channel that energy to be
for sure.
a better version of you.
Yeah, it means you're accountable to it, isn't it? Nerves are good. Nerves mean you care.
Yeah, I just struggle to channel that energy into positive sometimes.
Yeah, you do, yeah. It's hard to, but you got to remember that if you're nervous, you care.
You're nervous, you care.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you never get nervous about things you don't care about.
That's true.
When was the last time you got nervous about an ex-girlfriend that you dumped?
I can't possibly comment on that. I'm married.
You're married.
Can't possibly comment on that. You put me in a difficult position there, Dan.
You get nervous to see a girlfriend who dumped you because you probably still like her, but not one you dumped.
No comment.
No comment.
No comment. I've got a couple of questions I do want to ask today as well because I feel like when people submit their questions, I want to give them their airtime.
Yeah.
Yeah. So specific ones around. I don't want to talk too much wearable because I do think there's a real value in us doing a whole piece on that.
I do as well. I agree, yeah.
But as a casual runner, this is from Dan, the barber. How important is heart rate? So the question is based on seeing everyone wear a chest strap, an arm strap, a ring. Do you think, as a casual runner, you should go and get a heart rate strap? Or can you just go to the track, run, do your 10K racing and go home? And I guess for me, it's one of those of like not taking it all too seriously.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, no, you just use the one on your watch.
Okay.
Yeah, so there is one now. Like,
And that's
90% of wearables have them. Yeah, I would say they were less accurate. I would say that because it's like a light that gets sent into your. It's really clever. It gets sent into your like veins effectively, and then the reading comes out or something like that. It's mental.
Some optical sensor.
Yeah, way beyond my understanding of it. So it is I would say it's a little bit less, but you've got a reading.
That's sufficient.
That's what you want.
Okay.
So effectively, you want something to tell you if you're working hard, it's high, and if you're not, it's low.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Whether that's because pace is quite terrain dependent.
Yes, of course it is. On the track, it's going to be great.
Because on the track, you might go fast, but actually, heart rate might not be as high as you want it to be. So actually, you want your heart rate to be higher, so you got to go faster. But you're still going fast, if that makes sense, because it's flat.
Yes.
Whereas on the road, you might be working hard, but it might not be as fast.
Because of the variation in terrain and elevation and all sorts. Yeah. Okay,
You're still working hard, so you need that like decoupling, that cross-reference to something else.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we can save down a couple of quid and say, right, don't...
Yeah, as long as you got one on, that's fine.
The watch is sufficient, Dan. Okay, cool. Interval training. We talked about resting heart rate, but Craig's got a question about heart rate during intervals.
Yeah.
It's actually interesting in something I've never considered.
Yes.
But Craig's question was basically, is there a target? Should you be letting your heart rate drop to a certain point in an interval, or is it just time-based?
It's a really good question, but it depends on what the specificity of that session is and what you're trying to achieve. Because technically, if you let it rest to like resting, like or zone 1, then that means you'll be fresher for the next one.
The lower the fresher, I guess.
Yes, as a rule of thumb.
Yeah.
You could be tired. You could just be. There could be a lot of lactate in your body, and it sort of won't come down as far, etc. But it still comes down. So there's a lot of variables. But effectively, the lower it goes, the better it is, and you're ready to go. So it depends on the intervals. If you're looking at like max intervals, you want it to drop to like zone 1, 2. Okay, and if it doesn't, it means you're not really fresh to go maximal again.
Okay.
But if you're trying to gain a sort of like a circling lactate, not going too high, not going too low kind of zone, then no, you're going to have a specificity of a heart rate you want to sit at. Whereas it might be you might want to just go zone 3, zone 2, zone 3, zone 2. They call them like over-unders.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So over-unders, yeah. So over-unders, I mean, they're great. They're suited purpose for certain things. They're brilliant because they help your body sort of deal with lactate. So that means you don't want your heart rate to go as low, but you want it to go lower.
But if you're doing zone 5 work, just let it get down as far as it can.
Realistically, but then it depends on what you're trying to achieve. If you want shorter rests and less speed, or more rest and more speed. So like a sprinter, like a Usain Bolt, will just be like to zeros, be back to normal, and he'll be maximal, ready to go, ready for his next 20 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever he does.
Yeah, of course.
Whereas we probably won't care so much about that, and we'll want it to just get into our zone, low end of zone 2, high end of zone 1. 90 seconds has gone by, ATP's restored, you're ready to go again.
I'm just trying to think. I'm pretty sure that doesn't happen every time for me.
Yeah, but also
we're 8 reps in.
What you'll monitor is almost like, so as your body gets warmer, I was having this conversation this morning, as your body gets warmer and you become more tired during a set, it will start to get lower, as in not as low, sorry, and then it will slowly get higher and higher and higher. And effectively what happens is if you get too hot and your core temperature gets too high, it won't come down far enough, and that's it.
Yeah.
You're done.
Cooked. Literally cooked.
Yeah. So there's that balance between letting it come down so you're fresh for the next one to get the quality, if it's the quality and the speed you want. It depends on your coach. Your coach might give you 3 minutes rest. There's a very high possibility your heart rate's going to be low.
After 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if he only gives you 30 seconds and it doesn't come down, well, it depends what he wants from the session.
Hopefully he'll know this.
He will know.
And will have constructed it.
If he doesn't know, get rid of him.
He's not a very good coach.
He's not a very good coach.
Dan, what's your number? Yeah.
Yeah. But if he does know, then that's perfect. Ask him. What's
Okay.
the purpose of this session? What do you want me to do?
Okay.
Yeah.
So the answer really is it depends, and it's based on the session
Yeah.
and how good you coach.
or what they're trying to achieve.
What they're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Now, this week, I actually do have a bit of a success story from our very own air conditioning expert.
Top Ask the Coach fan.
Top Ask the Coach fan. He actually had a bit of he literally messaged me this. I've had a breakthrough. I actually panicked a little bit because I thought when someone messages something a bit obscure, you're like, oh no, what's going on?
I've had a breakthrough and you're worrying what he's done differently, right?
What's going on? Yeah. So actually, he was like, my zone 2's come down.
Wow.
And I'm like, well, no, you're now just in zone 2 for the pace you want to be.
But it's such a great feeling.
But he was like, it's amazing. It's great. But his heart rate's just lower for the paces he was sort of running, which is amazing. And he's a big A1 fan, and he swears that it's happened in the last sort of 2 weeks since he actually brought and so he took out Costa. I really shouldn't hate on Costa because they're a brand and there are other coffees available out there.
They are.
He basically swapped his daily Costa for an A1 coffee.
So he's gone for the PB coffee.
So he's now got more collagen, and he's like, must be the coffee, mate. I'm saving money. I'm getting faster. I mean, what's more to like?
It's probably the best ever advert.
It is, yeah. It's a good advert.
So you've got coach endorsed and then athlete endorsed.
Yeah.
The collagen protein PB coffee
has
provided its first PB.
Yeah, 2 weeks in.
Brilliant.
2 weeks. 2 weeks with A1 and you'll see your heart rate come down. So
brilliant.
Skip all of this. Just 2 weeks on A1 and you'll be absolutely fine. But no, I mean, it's literally, he's not very good with his recovery. So he's probably actually getting at least 20 grams of protein extra a day.
There's a timing thing, isn't there? So the coffee, you can drink it and it tastes great.
Yeah.
And of course I'm going to say that. But explain the timing thing. So for athletes out there that are trying to get that 1% extra.
Yeah. So to put it simply, I mean, effectively, not everybody wants a coffee after they train. And I'll admit that. And it's not something I do it, if I'm being social or something. But it's not something I reach for. But so effectively, collagen can be taken before or after exercise, because all your body requires is the firing effectively of the movement, the contractions of your muscles.
Okay.
Kind of like pistons. Collagen kind of like oils the pistons and recovers things.
Okay.
So he'll have them through the day and then before. I think he might have a couple a day. So he's getting 40 grams of protein extra a day.
So he's getting the protein
is only going to help.
Yeah, of course
it literally is only going to help. You can't become more recovered if you're having 40 grams of protein a day.
If you're having it before then, how, in terms of proximity for the maximum impact?
Yeah. We touched upon it last week.
90 minutes?
Not last week. Yeah, 90 minutes before, I'd say. Yeah.
Okay. So 90 minutes before is going to do two things for you. Recovery and no wild woos.
No wild. Yeah.
What a...
We do have to do a big request on that is we need a nutrition podcast. Not a nutrition podcast, an episode on
nutrition.
Yeah, I feel like that is something that will come. I feel like we need to do that with a Q&A.
We do need contributions, and if you want to see a full nutrition episode, what questions have you got?
Yeah, because we can build the questions up over.
I think we can do some specific research for people's specific desires.
Yeah, and I feel like that'd be good to get your questions in.
Yeah.
Soon.
Okay.
We don't even need a Q&A, do we? We'll just send them in.
Just send them in. We'll send them in.
Comment on the posts, whatever it is, whatever's easiest.
If you're listening today and you're not subscribed or following us on Spotify, please do. I think 20% or so of people that would listen subscribe.
Oh, right, okay.
So it just means that you might miss out.
This is a big thing. Like and subscribe. It's a real thing. Absolutely. I never thought I'd have to say like and subscribe.
The like's fine. Comment's great. But if you're not following, do you know what? You just might miss out, guys.
You might miss out.
You might miss out. And in today's episode, we're actually going to give you a discount code for the coffee because we've got our very first PB to mention.
Fair.
So use the code AskTheCoach.
Ask the coach.
Ask the coach.
Ask the coach.
It just proves you listen to today's podcast and you're the beneficiary then of a 20% off.
And there is going to be a competition soon, we've talked about, isn't it?
There is going to be a competition where you can win some coffee. And recover faster, and the details of which we released on our social media. So
just because we like you all so much.
That's the main thing. It's a liking thing. It's not about earning loads of money. It's definitely not that.
No.
It's about...
So we want to give something back to the listeners.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
There's plenty for us to give. So make sure you're following our socials. Otherwise you might miss that too. I think that's a lovely way to wrap up today's episode, actually. So Jordan's story. Thanks, Jordan. I do want to hear about all your PBs, so get them into Coach Dan. And we'll be back next week.
Sounds good.
Thanks for your time, mate.
See ya.